Well, welcome back to another episode of Wide World of Reselling. What is up, guys? We have Uncle Wayno joining us tonight, and we have his link in the description for everyone so they can head over and check him out. But thanks, Wayne, for joining us. We really appreciate you coming on and joining the Sausage Fest on a Sunday. We've been watching the channel with great intent and enjoying the stuff you're putting out. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's an honor. I couldn't believe it when you asked me, actually. I didn't think I had enough street cred yet. So
plenty.
I think the beard has enough street cred on its own. So, I mean, we had to get you on. So thanks for being here. Obviously, we've got Brad back with us and Drew. Brad, you're struggling with a bit of what can only be called a bit of a chest problem. So thanks for joining us. Are you going to survive through the night, or are you going to dip out with a bit of a chest problem?
I did message her about an hour and a half ago and actually pulled the pin on tonight, but steamed up a big shower and it sort of cleared me out a bit. I've struggled the last couple of days, but 2 weeks ago we had to cancel because you couldn't get up, Brad. You couldn't get up and play the game last week. Drew was a bit, we had to cancel. But does anyone remember back in the 90s when Michael Jordan just came through and just won that game for the Bulls? He was on his secret stuff. So we're good to go, boys. We're good to go.
Well, thanks
COVID-free.
I wasn't sure if you were going to have the beer out, Tata, so I got one out for you.
Pulled one out.
Always got that frothy, son. We'll get through, mate. We'll get through, and I think it's these days. It's you almost feel guilty if you have a bit of a tickle in your chest, don't you? So I have to clear it up. I do not have COVID, so negative COVID. Just a bit of a tickle in the chest, and a good brown lemonade will clear that right out of me. So let's get into it, boys.
And I hear you can't catch it through the internet anyway, so it's fine. And if we'll go down, we'll go down together. Drew, mate, you're looking a bit cold there. Is it a bit chilly in Sydney? What's going on down there?
So cold. So too cold. Doing all the washing, hanging up all the washing inside. Don't want to go out in the cold, even though it is sunny. I don't want to go out there and hang it up. I'm that kind of lazy attitude this weekend.
Yeah, we've had a pretty cold last few weeks as well, so I definitely feel you. I decided to go the t-shirt tonight though, because everyone calls me out for the jacket, so I thought I'd better man up just for tonight, and then I'm getting straight back in the jacket. Obviously, Wayne, first time here, so. How's the week on eBay been for you, mate? We'll do a bit of a run around and talk about the week on eBay, and we'll start with you this time.
It's been pretty good. I don't know. Things have just been down lately overall. I think it's been down for a lot of people, but at the same time, it's I'm still making enough sales. So, but my output probably hasn't been good enough, to be honest. So, I'm just sort of taking the lazy route, really. Doing a lot of ending and sell similar just to keep my listings up.
That old eBay algorithm that Brad seems to turn up in a couple of his videos here and there might be paying you a little bit of disrespect there, Uncle Wayno. You might want to give him a good clip, I reckon, and sort him out.
Yeah, well, I find that the ending and sell similar works really well for me.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff I sell, DVDs and that, they're not your common sort of DVDs. So when they sort of need to get in front of people's eyes for them to buy them. So it works really well for me because a couple of them get pumped up the top as soon as you do it. Like I've checked, and they just get pumped straight up the top. And there's always a few of them sell straight away. So it works really well. So it's kind of annoying. It makes it too easy to be lazy and not doing it.
Well, if it's working for you, it's working, right? You don't need to change anything. It's not working. Just before we get to Drew, we'll say a quick hello to chat. I just realised we'd hadn't said hello to anyone yet. So we've got Paul in the chat. Disgruntled Octopus as always. Kara's probably drowning in clothes and shoes after a haul today. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was a lot of stuff coming out of that pickup she got. Jazz in the house looking after us. Chris is here as well. G'day, Chris. Mossy, Disney Thrifter of Oz. Alex, Thrifting Oz Style, which is Robbie's favourite. So hopefully everyone's catching up with Robbie's new stuff as well. He's back on the reselling game, so it's great to see him having a crack. Drew, give us your best crack at this one.
Rack Raiders.
Well, there we go. That was deep.
Roll.
That sounded like an old country football siren.
Yeah, it's pulled the pin on it. Mum's in the house, which is always good. Mel's here as well. Zach is here. I won't try and get Judder to say any names tonight because he might have a heart attack and cough a lung up. But Cozy Clothing and Collectibles, Chrissy is here as well. We've got a bunch in the chat. If I've missed you, thanks for coming. Relove Closet. We've got Daniel, Staying in Your Own Lane. A bunch of other people. So thanks everyone for coming. Let's get to Drew. So how's the week been on eBay for you, mate?
It's been really good. Last week was a different story altogether. It's probably a good thing we didn't jump on last Sunday because I had sweet F4 sales to really show. But yeah, this week picked up even just pretty much from Monday. It picked back up to its usual sort of week, despite being pretty much in bed from Thursday to Sunday last week. It didn't really list anything, so it was nice to see some of those older items tick over. But we're going away next week, so we're sort of preparing for that this week as well, just getting some listings done in advance. But yeah, pretty good overall compared to last week anyway.
It's good. It's good. And pretty awesome that you're trying to get ahead of the game for a little bit of a break there. So
a little bit.
Putting in the work. Flipper, mate, how's things on your end? Apart from borderline COVID, what else going on?
Yeah, no, wicked week. The actual week was awesome. There was a few really high value items out the door and good volume, but it has slowed up a bit this weekend. Been really consistent with the listing. I've been on the ball this week. 20 a day's gone in every day. Until today, I took the foot off a little bit, but I had them in the bank because, if I do my 20 for the day, the rest just go in as drafts and, I feed them out. On days like today, I was feeling a bit shit, so I had the ability to trickle a few in. So stayed consistent, had the results through the week. As I said, it has dropped off a bit this weekend, but still not bad. Still decent, just not hitting the goals that I want to be hitting. But I'm a fussy prick and I like beating the goals and then setting a new goal that's higher than that. So I'm my own worst enemy.
Yeah, always a hard marker you are, Brad. We had a interesting week. Start of the week was absolutely booming, and then the last 2 days have died right off. So it's interesting. I don't know if it's because of the long weekend and more people away. We also have an open return. And we had something else happen. I can't remember what it was. An item that was not received because it got sent to WA instead of shipping it from SA to SA. So I don't know why it went to WA, but apparently that's a good route to get from SA to SA. Apparently. It did get there in the end. Interested to hear everyone in the chat how their weeks have been as well, and especially on the weekend. But we are here tonight with Uncle Wayno. So, mate, we just want to hear a little bit about yourself. For those who haven't stumbled across you yet, give us a little bit of an intro into, I guess, your channel and a little bit about your reselling journey and sort of how long you've been in the game, because I know you've sort of been in it longer than the YouTube's been going. So give us a bit of insight to your life, mate.
Yeah, well, I've always sort of been a bit of a flipper, but I've never been able to do it really. I had some pretty bad health problems and stuff. I did a video on it. So I won't go into it heaps because it's just really a bit of a downer, but yeah, I've never been able to just sort of, take the bull by the horns kind of thing and go full steam ahead. But I finally got that sorted out at the end of last year. And then I just sort of accidentally started doing this again. I've done it on and off over the years, just like I would buy stuff, I'd always buy stuff if I saw it cheap, anywhere. And then it would just sort of sit in the corner, and whenever I needed money, I'd just chuck a few things up on eBay here and there, And then last year, I was buying something off someone off Facebook, and I always ask, "Do you have any old videotapes?" When I'm buying like DVDs or something off someone, and nearly everyone was saying to me, "Oh, I just threw a whole bunch out."
Whew.
So I put a post up on Facebook, and I just said, "Look, on Buy Swap Sale, I said if you're having a clean out and you're throwing out your old videotapes and anything like that, just hit me up. I might even give you some money for them or whatever." And I had a lady in Melbourne contact me, and it was during COVID, so I couldn't go down there. She said, "I've got tons and tons of VHS. You can have them. I've got a friend who's going back your way, and he can drop them off to you and everything." It was all free. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sweet." So all these boxes rocked up, and only like 2 of them were VHS, and the rest were DVDs. And I was like, And I was like, oh, that's kind of a bit shit, but they were all free, so I didn't really care. And then I started looking up the DVDs and stuff, and like I'd sort of gone off DVDs the last few years because I just thought they were garbage, like most people do. And I started looking a few of them up, and she had some really good stuff. And there was probably 400 or 500 DVDs there, and nearly all of them were, over $10 stuff. So I just started listing them all, and that's pretty much how I started again. It's not again. That's pretty much just how I started the whole, full-time thing, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would have been doing this 20 years ago if I could have been. So I actually did do it a bit in the early 2000s. I was importing DVDs from America. I probably shouldn't say this because it's not legal. But I was importing DVDs because I wanted to buy a Michael Jordan DVD, and I looked it up on eBay, and there was all these people selling it, and I just thought, these guys got to be getting this from somewhere. So I did a bit of research, and I found a supplier in America that was selling all these DVDs that people were selling for like $3-4 each, and they were selling them for like 20, 25 each. So I did a small order, and I just started from there, and I made quite a bit of money, and I ended up having to kick it in the ass because too many people sort of got on board with it. Too many other sellers got on board with it, and they were more going the volume route and cutting all the profits down. So, but yeah, that's the only time I've sort of done it at a bigger scale up until now. So yeah.
Awesome, and you're sharing the journey on YouTube now as well. You got a bunch of videos up there, and you're sort of sharing pretty regularly what's going on and what you're selling and following the journey, so people can find you there. What's the sort of goal for the YouTube channel? You sort of sharing the journey? You sort of got any big plans for it, or?
Yeah, I don't really do goals in anything that I do. I just sort of take it one day at a time. Just sort of do whatever I want. So, I mean, obviously, I want it to be successful, but and I just want to have fun doing it. That's the main thing. I spoke to Judder a few times before I started the YouTube channel, just about some random things, and I said to him, I'm thinking about starting it, but I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it or not. And he was like, yeah, you should definitely go for it. Like, I didn't have Instagram or anything. Like, I'm hopeless with that stuff. So yeah, I just decided to give it a go, and I actually love it. Like, and I don't think you could do it if you didn't love it. Like, there's too much effort you got to put in. Like, but yeah, goals. I do have a couple. I want my videos to be better. I take the easy way out all the time. So with the editing and stuff like that. So I want to get better at it. I want to do a bit of research on YouTube on how I can get better at editing and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want them to be entertaining, really. Like, obviously, I want to get to 1,000 and all that stuff like everyone else. But for the most part, I've always been the class clown, so I like making people laugh.
You can definitely tell that with the intros to your videos. They're always on point. So, and when you say you edit, like, that's something that I need to improve on as well. So we're in the same boat there. Like, it's as for a lot of us, we're always trying to learn as we go. So it's great to see that you're putting stuff out there and starting to get some real traction there. So I hope people jump over and check you out, because it's always a good laugh.
I actually think you did a video. Your video today had me in stitches.
Oh,
because
really?
You're talking about your edits. I was not expecting to be watching you and then you poke out from behind the door. Now, I think that was fucking brilliant. So if you are doing research into your editing, you're on track to have a very good channel. Well, you've already got a very good channel, but that's if you're throwing a bit of that in there, that was epic, mate. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's the other thing I want to do too. I want to put some more planning into my videos, because I literally just think, oh, I'm going to film today, and then I just start filming. And like that thing there, that just came off the top of my head. I just start spurting out words, and then I think to myself, oh, I'll do this. It's like, oh, well, if I actually plan it a bit better, I might be able to come up with some good stuff. So that's one of the things I do want to do better as well. And that's probably what I should do with my eBay business as well. Plan things out a bit better.
We've all been there, mate. We're still trying to work out what the best routine is for the businesses and trying to get it all smoothed out. So we're all in the same boat there for sure. Flipper's losing a lung there, so hopefully he's doing all right. He's doing well at muting himself. He's got it covered. I guess we'll sort of move into sort of sale of the week and talk a little bit about that, because I'm very excited to share what Uncle Wayno's got for us, because it's pretty huge. But I'm going to leave you guys in suspense, and we'll start with Flipper, just to keep everyone guessing. Keep everyone guessing. We do need to do the little bit of a there we go favorite sale of the week. It's not popping up. There we go. We like to hear in the chat what everyone's favorite sale of the week is. Doesn't have to be your best. Doesn't have to be the most profitable, but your favorite sale of the week. Brad has kindly given us one of his, so I'll try and find that and share it with you. This bad boy here. Now, look, I'm not too sure about the team, but I'm pretty happy with that price there. So give us a little bit of rundown what's going on here, Brad.
Yeah, so this one here, and I've picked this out to show that comps aren't always a sign of the price that you're going to get. There's a lot of fake comps out there on eBay, and this one's a good example. Now, for anyone that follows my channel, I did a video last week or 2 weeks ago. I bought, a couple of grand's worth of jerseys, and this one was in here. And I was pretty up and about because I knew for a fact this was, it's a rare design, rare jumper. Someone was going to pay what, in my opinion, I'm thinking is probably a $300 to $400 jumper. But the only one that was sold on eBay at the time had 32 bids on it and went for $1,000. So when I first seen that, I thought this is, I think it's fake, because in the footy jumper world at the minute, there's some bad trolls, worse than some of the other communities that I've seen. And they're doing it on eBay. They are bidding up auctions to just ridiculous money, and they're not paying. It's I don't know how they're getting their rocks off on it, but it's happening consistently. Like so many jumpers that's happening to, and I just feel that's what happened with this design. But I thought I could be wrong, so I thought I'm going to fang this up for around the $800 mark, undercut it by a couple of $100, because if there's 32 bids on something like that, someone wants it pretty desperate. You don't see these every day. It is a rare jumper. It's just a retail jumper, but it's a rare jumper. So I did that, and I got a lot of watches. I had about 20 watches in the space of a week. Cool. But it was just no bites on it. I was getting offers of 150, 200. And someone's throwing this at me. And I thought, you know what, this is a pretty fair offer. I could hold out. And I feel like I probably could have held out and got $500 for it. But at the same time, this was actually the first sort of genuine offer that came on it. And I thought, right, I'm going to take that, because this whole lot that I've bought, I want to move really quick. I want to get in the profit on it. And, this is still putting, the average sale price on that whole lot. I think I've sold about 10 items out of the lot now, and I've still got half the lot to list. And, they're on average ticking between $60, $70, $80. So you throw this on top of it, it brings that average sale price up. So, I don't know, I just want to show this one because I think that's kind of proof that, don't get me wrong, I never end up reaching out to the person that sold the other one. Look, someone might have paid. I don't know that. It's not fact, but that's just my opinion. If it's going to sit there for a couple of weeks and, no one's actually dabbling at it, then I don't think it went through with. So, in my opinion, this is what it's probably worth. And they got a good deal, and I'm happy with the return. On average, out of that lot, I paid $16 a piece. So, $16 into $350. I'm not complaining.
You take that any day of the week. I just have one question. You put custom label hang there. Now, is that because Port Adelaide tend to choke? Is that?
Love it. Love it. No. No, I hung that one alongside my beautiful collection in there. I got another couple of Port Adelaide jumpers that aren't for sale, and it sat next to those ones for a week or so.
Just a little bit of a swipe at the Port Adelaide supporters there. Being myself, I've got to get him in while I can. All right, we'll go over to Drew, and then
just before we move on, that happens in the card community heaps.
Oh,
the bidding up, sure. Because if you've got 10 cards or something that's going for $1,000, and you can bid up a couple of comps to 2,000, you've just doubled a lot of money. So it's everywhere in the card community. Shocking.
Yeah. A lot of those collectors communities are the same. It's it's getting a bit out of hand, and that's where eBay need to start stepping in. In my opinion, I think eBay should actually take those sold completed listings out of their system if it's not paid for, because it's a false listing. It didn't sell for that yet. I mean, I've got that fucking clown. Where is he? Over there, that fucking thing. I've sold him 3 times for like $150, $200 and shit. but they don't pay. Like, it's just whether it's like fucking YouTube trolls or what doing it, I don't know, but they don't pay. So now it makes it look like this clown just goes for epic money, which kind of works in my favor. One day someone might pay that, but it's fake. It's not a thing. So delete it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, they should, especially like they know who the non-payers are, right? So like just deal with it instead of it letting it happen. But yeah, it is interesting that it happens in a lot of the collecting communities. Like you said, they're jealous. So definitely keep an eye out for that jersey though. If you're in the thrift, I'll be keeping an eye out here in Adelaide for sure.
But, jersey, Jesus.
We'll go over to Drew before we get into the big boy sale of Uncle Wayno. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Give us a little bit of rundown of this piece here, Drew.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. We picked this one up maybe in March, so it was like $7, so it wasn't on the cheaper end of things. We don't really pay that much for shirts these days. Under $5 is sort of what we go for, but this one was $7. It's a Slim Shady M&M, everyone's favorite white wrapper, long sleeve shirt. These sort of ones can get faked a lot, not the Shady Limited, but anything sort of early 2000s, M&M, 50 Cent, all that sort of Y2K rap. A lot of it was bootlegged at the markets. We probably all remember going and seeing like DMX jeans and Echo and all that rubbish. So I was a bit hesitant about this one initially. It's just basically M&M's like designer clothing brand. As I do with a lot of our sort of designer stuff or stuff that we think is designer but may potentially be fake, we put up on Grailed first. So basically Grailed will have some sort of AI that analyzes items and stuff and determines if it's fake, or I don't know if it's a human or AI, but basically they'll flag your item as fake and remove it if it is inauthentic. So we usually put stuff up there as a tester to see what the go is if we can't really get info off Google. And it was all good. So then we put it back over onto eBay and sat for, probably 2 months, I would say. Got a ton of offers under that $100 mark, probably like $80, $90. But just held strong. And it went, I think it was yesterday or the day before, $120 full asking price from $7. So just a plain shirt, nothing on the back, just it's Eminem, so everyone loves him. It's always going to sell. Love it.
Are you a Machine Gun Kelly or an Eminem fan, Drew? That's the real question.
Machine Gun's pretty cool because he does a bit of like pop punk stuff now. But in terms of rap bars, you can't really. Eminem definitely won that battle. Have to.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, defeat that MGK.
Yeah, I think he crawled back into a little hole. So we'll have the Eminem because he's a '90s boy. So we'll give him that. I'm going to make people wait just a little bit longer for Uncle Wayno's one, just to drag it out a bit longer. I want to pick up some of the comments from the chat of their best sales of the week. Captain Opshop Nerd, I sold a little Guru signed cricket bat for $150. That's crazy. Flip has gone with lung disease. So Chris, an international sale for me, $30. I paid $5.60 and then postage was $41, but got discounted down. So I ended up with $42 profit. That's the good thing about these international sales. You can make a bit of coin on them as well.
Covers the fee a lot of the time.
Yeah, for sure. My favorite sale of the week was a little odd. Sold Minecraft on the PS3 to a primary school friend of mine, and I don't think he knows I'm a seller. That's an interesting story. I like hearing stories like that where either someone sold to someone they know, or like they've sold it to like a movie house or somewhere that's like it's going to get a new life. So always good to hear. Picked up Lego Creationary game for $1 and sold it for $47 2 days later. Boom. 501s for 89 plus post. Probably had them for about 10 weeks. I think that's probably pretty standard for most jeans and vintage 501s. That's pretty good. Kara and Jazz actually ran into Daniel the other day down in his hood. So they were creeping on his territory, and I think they got the showing the door, get out of the hood. So good to catch up with Daniel. I missed out myself, but all right, I think we're out of sales of the week, so we're gonna have to get onto the big boys here now. So, look, Wayne's come in and he's just gone bang. He's gone, look here, guys, leave it to me. I'm gonna show you boys how to do this. So, tell us a little bit about this bad boy and why it's worth $750 because that is insane.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky. I'm not selling these every day. Yeah, I just found this on Facebook because this chick. I did a video about it, so anyone that's seen my videos would have seen it. But
Yeah.
I messaged this chick a few weeks ago. I got a terrible memory. I thought, I'll just message her, in a week or whatever when she can't sell it, because I knew she wouldn't be able to sell it around here. And I just forgot all about it. And she messaged me back. She just messaged me randomly one day and said, "Oh, would you do it for 240?" She had it for 270, and I offered her 150. So I was bartering with her, hoping to get it for 200. And I said 170, and she said she actually had a buyer in Tasmania that wanted it, but she was still on deal with the post, and he was going to pay full price and everything. So I said to her, "Look, I'll just give you 200, and I'll come get it now." And she said, "Yeah, no worries." And I knew exactly what it was worth. I said in my video that I made, I just should have paid the 270 in the first place, really. Like, that's pretty dumb of me not to. But, I put it up and it sold the next morning. It sold within 12 hours or something like that. I had it for 980. They go for about 1,000 to 1,200 new. So I put it up for 980 so that mine was cheaper. And then, I sold it the next morning for 750. I said in my video, like, the guy offered me 750 and I counted at 850 stupidly because I was half asleep and I just thought he'd pay it, but he didn't. So I messaged him. It's the first time I've ever done it. I messaged him and said, "Look, I'm willing to sell it to you. What do you want to do?" And he just said 750 was my absolute max. So I said, "Yeah, no worries, I'll do it." And he's got it already. He's left me positive feedback. He's happy with it. So, yeah, it was pretty crazy. 3 of the discs out of the whole lot, 3 of the discs are a little bit dodgy. So
Wow.
I was definitely happy to take a cheaper price on it anyway. So,
750.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. Like, I made more out of that than I've made this whole weekend.
That's a sort of deal you dream of. And I just saw a bunch of people leave the chat, and I think they're all just gone over to search Facebook for prison cell block H.
I'm looking at eBay already. Yeah. I'm like, how many of these are listed? Like the whole lot.
There's probably like 3 or 4 that are listed as the full set. The funny thing with this was I had 3 random volumes that I'd picked up, like, at the market or something, and I had them up for about 3 weeks on eBay, and they all sold the same morning that this girl messaged me. Like, it was just really random, like, to different buyers as well. It was just really strange. It was a whole prisoner weekend.
I'd take that every day of the week. That's amazing. So, look, I don't even know why I'm going to bother showing mine because it's got nothing on that. That's big boy plays there. That's for sure. So awesome pick up. And if you haven't seen that video, it is over on Uncle Wayno's channel. Link is in the description, so you can check it out. After the show, of course, you're going to stick around and enjoy the rest of the time with Wayne. So just for ourselves, we actually only picked this up last weekend. We paid $100 for this 6 and another 5, and this sold for $200 like within a couple of days. So already got our money back and a little bit of profit, and we still got 6 other ones sitting there. So pretty happy with that one. Not a prison cell block H sale, but I'll take one of those every day of the week if I could.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Nice quick turnaround, which is what you like, and same on those prison cell block H as well. You get bolos like that, really makes you start thinking about what's out there and how you can maximize those sort of quick flips. So yeah, you definitely
those old
show some stuff.
Those old Aussie TV shows, some of them are just killer. Like the Country Practice, that goes for bloody heaps as well. And there's a whole bunch of them, so always look them up when you see them. You might not even know what they are, but they're pretty recognizable. So if you just sort of keep your eye out, you can just sort of, even if you never heard them before, you can sort of see them.
Our blue healers and such as well. I'm yet to find anything like that, but I'm always having a peek in there just in case. So thanks for sharing that one with us, Wayno. And you obviously, so I guess media is probably your main source, but you also do a bit of sort of collectible stuff and other things as well. Is media sort of the highest percentage of your items?
Yeah, probably. I've sort of tried to branch out a bit in the last few months. I've been watching all you guys' videos and stuff. So, like, I'm hopeless with clothes. I don't know anything about clothes. I know a bit now because I've been learning. So I've been picking up heaps of clothing and stuff like that, but I'm shocking when it comes to listing it. It's just sitting in a big pile next to me at the moment, a lot of it. But I am trying to branch out a bit into other areas. Toys and stuff I don't know a lot about. I never really got into collecting toys and things like that, so I don't know heaps about them or anything, but I still do sort of have an eye for it. I can sort of tell what's what, But anything, I'll pick up anything if I think I can make a couple bucks out of it,
Sure.
I don't discriminate. I started getting into books a little bit too. So I started getting into books a little bit, but I'm really hopeless with books. I just I scan the book section and look for anything that might be able to be bundled up, and that's about it. I don't go into looking into single ones or anything. So I can sort of see why people don't do that with DVDs as well if they're on the other end of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Wentworth's pretty good too.
Wentworth up there. Tommy Sandrew's editing the podcast during the stream. He's got his Beats by Dre under the hood there.
I can barely read the one comment that pops up. I was like,
what's going on here? Tommy in the house. I saw some stuff. Love sitting here, watch you guys, and the cha-chings happening in the background. That's the advantage of being a reseller, right? You can sell anything any time of the day, and you don't have to be that 9 to 5 shop. So pretty cool. JT's off to put the kid to sleep, so thanks for dropping in. Really appreciate you being here. Wayne's saying he needs 8 more volumes to fill his second set. He's got a bit of coin sitting there as well. Joseki sold a Kathmandu backpack for $50, picked it up for $6.
Very nice.
I think so Wayne picked it up for $200 and sold for $960 a few months ago. So definitely keep an eye out there. The Bill, apparently another one. Keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
Zach.
7K.
Yeah.
What is it?
Lumberjack. That's what it says. I haven't comped it, but that's crazy.
I've got no idea, but that's crazy.
Lumberjack style jackets with sheepskin collars. 2 sold for $100 each plus post. Try and say that 10 times fast. That is a tongue twister. Not into that. So I didn't warn you, Uncle Wayno, but every week we do what we like to call dog shit of the week. Now, obviously, being the first time you've been on, it doesn't have to be of this week. It can be all-time dog shit because we like to hear the bad ones. We like to hear the ones that have really got up in the grill under the toes. Let's bring up that dog shit. There we go. There's old mate squeezing out a big eBay turd. Dog shit of the week. Let us know in the chat what your dog shits of the week are as well. We'll start with Brad. Obviously, the cough's a bit dog shit, but anything else going on dog shit wise for you?
Yeah, I've coughed up a few things that resemble the look of a dog shit. I had a damaged item, so I sent a record to the UK, and the bloke was pretty cool about it. And basically, I was sending just a vinyl mailer. One of the, we had some trolls complain about, the old Frankenboxing video I did a while back. But generally, I'll send the vinyl in that, and it ended up covered in water somehow. So he's basically got it, and he said it was all just like ripped open. And he showed me the vinyl, and it had actually warped. Like it was just that badly damaged. Just like looked like it had been dipped in a bucket of water and sent over to the UK. So it was, I think it was about $120 fucking Michael Jackson thing, eh? So I had to get onto, Ozpost and see what insurance they could cover. I didn't put insurance on it, but we're covered up to $100. They palmed it off to, actually it was Belgium. It wasn't the UK, sorry. It went to Belgium. So they've palmed it off to the Belgium Post, who wiped their hands at it and said it's none of our business. So, there's a lot of back and forth all week, which was really annoying. And then I ended up just calling Ozpost, and I said, look, I've had enough of this. I'm covered for up to $100. I want the $100. I'm going to give him his money completely back because he's entitled to it. His record's fucked. And she was actually pretty good about it. She come through and she said, yeah, it sucks they aren't coming to the party, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll fix you up. So at the end of the day, it come good. But it's just that shit's annoying. And it was just annoying this. The buyer was really good. How many people that, their item comes up completely damaged, and they are actually a good person after it, because it's annoying if you pay good money for something. You know, I can understand when they get frustrated. But he was really good. But it was also annoying having to go back and forth with him, and then him contact his local post, and they come back. Then he's got to, it was just it's really annoying. We all know what that's like. So we got there in the end. He got his money, $20 out of pocket. But what do you do? I could have put that extra $20 insurance on, but I didn't. So that's on me. I got no volume there from Brad.
Oh, that's my bad. Yeah, we're back again.
I can see lips flapping, but there's nothing coming out of them.
Hit the old mute button. That's a rookie mistake right there. Yeah, it's. I think they might have been playing a bit of frisbee with your old your old record there.
Yeah, well, it wasn't good. It was in a fair old state. It was kind of bent like that.
Wow. Drew, any dog shit for you this last week or so? It's been a couple of weeks since we've been on because we've all been a bit crook. But Drew, you're still dog shit free.
No returns, no negative feedback, no issues, no creepy buyers, nothing to report at all. It's been a good week.
Ooh, smooth sailing.
It's been a good month, actually. Or 2 weeks anyway.
Being stocked up on these on those good foods to keep the gut health well. No dog shits this week.
Yeah,
keeping the fiber intake up.
On the tea instead of the beers tonight, trying to stay healthy.
Love it. All right, Wayne, give us your dog shit. Doesn't have to be of the week. Give us your all-time dog shit if you can think of it.
Biggest dog shit.
I've got terrible memory, so it's probably not all time, but I had one over Christmas. This lady I had a bundle of 13 dog movies. They're just garbage dog movies, but people like them. And it was only $25 or something. And she got them in the mail, and she filed a bloody damage claim or whatever on Boxing Day that these DVDs were all broken. Like, I sent them they're bubble wrapped and sent in a box. And she said they were all broken. There's 13 of them. She bought 2 other DVDs off me on different days, so I sent them out singly as well. So she actually had 3 packages, but this one of 13. And so I messaged her and I said, "They're all broken, are they?" And she was like, "Yeah, all of them." And I was just like, I couldn't be bothered dealing with it. I thought, if you need the $25 that bad, I'll just move on and deal and refund you, which I don't normally do. But it was Boxing Day. I had a bunch of stuff going on. And I was just like, whatever. So I refunded her. As soon as she got the refund, she filed disputes for the other 2 packages as well, which were only like $10 DVDs.
Wow.
And so I thought, this is dodgy as. So I actually looked her up on Facebook. And I found, because, you've got their town that they live in, and she had a bit of a weird name, so it was easy to find her. And she had posts on Facebook about how she got all these awesome dog movies for Christmas off her partner, which was weird because this went through her account.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I called her out on it, and I just said, you're a scammer. And we had this big back and forth. She lied straight through her teeth to me several times and contradicted herself. So it was really obvious that she was lying. And then as soon as I called her out, she left me feedback saying I was a stalker and shit because I looked her up on Facebook. But I mean, she put public photos up. So if we had her stuff private, I wouldn't have been able to see it. So, but I told eBay, I had a big thing with eBay, and I told them, look, I got screenshots that absolutely prove 100% that this chick's a scammer. Not only that, her feedback left for others. Every 4th or 5th one was item damage, wouldn't refund, so she's trying to do it to every seller. And I was saying to eBay, like, this chick's just a scammer. It's not just me. Yeah. She's trying to, screw everyone over. And they just did not care. She's still a buyer. She's still got her account active. They wouldn't remove the feedback. They wouldn't, I ended up getting her to close the other 2 cases. Just out of pestering the absolute fuck out of her. So she actually got scared when I reported her to eBay. So she got scared and she closed those other 2 cases, which I didn't care about. They were $10 DVDs. I couldn't care less about the money. It was the principle in the end. But but the dog shit isn't her. It's eBay. for allowing her to actually stay on as a buyer. I just don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
You know, I got 100% proof, and they couldn't care less.
Yeah,
So,
it happens way too often, and I think it's important that they find out about that sort of stuff. So if it does happen, absolutely get on chat and report them as much as you can, because I think the first time they get reported, they do nothing. It's like they have to build a case against them, and most people won't even bother reporting it because it's like 10, 15 bucks. So that is a dog shit. And
then
I guess the moral of go on.
And then eBay send me a bunch of emails every now and then about talking about seller protection, and I just laugh at them and delete them.
Yeah, it is a bit of a cop out, isn't it? But I think the moral of the story is don't mess with Uncle Wayno, because he will find you. And
I will hunt you down.
That's, everyone enjoyed that dog shit. People just like to be.
That was a good dog shit.
Yeah, that was a dog move on some dog DVDs for dog shit. That's what that was.
Yeah,
that was everyone's getting up and about that one. I think we have to bring you back at some point for some more dog shit stories, because I reckon you got a couple more up the sleeve there as well. So
I definitely do.
We've all got them. Our dog shit is still carrying over from like 3 weeks ago, where that bloody shirt, well, non-existent shirt, got delivered to us, the airbag. So at this point in time, we have contacted Oz Post. They've lodged a case with God knows Germany or wherever the frick I bought it from. I can't even remember now. And now we just have to wait. So they've already rejected the claim once, but now there's more evidence, and they're going back again. And I have to just keep messaging the seller, because obviously it's a pain in the ass for him, but I'm out of pocket and have no t-shirt and have a bag full of, well, not even full of air, because it has a big hole in it. So it's still a bit of dog shit still hanging around. That one's like a bit of extra. You've eaten a bit of bad curry and it just sticks with you for a few weeks, and you can't quite shake it. It's definitely up there. So I'm pretty annoyed about it, to be honest. It's not the fact that I don't have my t-shirt. It's the fact that it's so hard to get it sorted. And the same with what Brad was saying. Like all the back and forward with the seller and trying to get them to do stuff, and you have to do stuff just to get your money back, because some person's walking around with a Space Jam t-shirt on their back. So still not happy about that. I saw a couple dog shits in the chat. I'm going to try and catch them back.
Did you ever look for that shirt on eBay or Depop or anything?
I have not. I should do that. Try and catch out the seller. Be some guy
it was done in Australia, or it was before it got here?
I reckon it was done before it got here, because Ozpost repackaged it at the airport. So
that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was done in transit on their end. So unless I get on German eBay, whatever that is, I don't even know if they have one.
Germany.
I've got a really funny story for you. It's real quick. It's not dog shit, but it's old lady shit. I was in the hockey the other day, and I was looking at the books, and this old lady was about 2 meters down from me looking at the books, and she was bent right down at the bottom. And as she stood up, this massive fart just fell out of her. Like, she didn't even know it was coming. It just fell out. And then she just walked away as fast as she could. It was so funny. It didn't smell or anything. It was just hilarious.
That's cold.
So that could be a new segment for you, is old lady shit.
Old lady shit. Well, we've got baby hair. We've got dog shit. Now I've got the other end of the scale, old lady shit. So
old lady slops.
That's gold. I do want to pick up some more old lady shit from the chat. So Cara accidentally sent 2 items to the opposite buyers. Easy one to do there, that's for sure. Dog shit clean, but have a regular member with no feedback asking if my pictures adhere to eBay picture policy. Well, Zach, I've told you a few times, keep your pants on when you're taking photos of mirrors. That's the problem there. That's the problem. I sent 2 customers the wrong watch parts, one in the UK and the other in Brazil. That would be a pain in the ass to sort out, that's for sure. Had a message from an eBayer stating I had spelt sandal wrong. It is sandal, apparently, and they didn't buy them. Quality.
Some of them are bloody. I actually had one. I had someone messaging me through the week, messaged me about, like, it wasn't dog shit as such. They were just annoying and I blocked them, but they just kept messaging wanting to buy Levi's off me. So they went through and they picked out, all of my size 40 Levi's, and there's about 30 pairs in my store. And they questioned every single one. Is this authentic? Is this authentic? Is this authentic? And I'm just thinking in my head the whole time, this is just bringing up, flags to bloody eBay. So I just blocked them. I just wrote back yes, like clearly they are. There's, I just say, and then blocked them. I was like, fuck, just go away. If they're on eBay, they're authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a scary one, that one, because that's pretty much exactly what happened to Gary, right? So yeah. Whew. It's interesting. We hear there's a lot happening on the back end of eBay that is looking to support those that they should have always been sellers. It's intriguing. Yeah, I think they are trying to improve their seller support, and I think realistically it's only because they're starting to get more competition with Poshmark, and not that Poshmark's big at the moment, but the more of these companies that come in, the more they have to up their game and stop screwing sellers over. So yeah, it's interesting. Recommerce Dave had this same exact situation, asked a buyer to send photos of the problem, no response, but once I sent them another email saying I had discussed their claim with eBay, the buyer closed the case. Wow. Yeah. Dog shit is it's taken me 45 minutes to figure out how to install Office. That is a bit dog shit. Here's an old lady shit or an old man shit. Had an old guy drop a massive one next to me in the Oppie too, but he acted like he didn't even know he had dropped it in
the butt. Hearing's gone. I can't hear myself fucking shitting myself.
Mel's husband dropped one in her video. Clearly he's in a camera change.
Don't lie, Mel. That was you. You can't use him. You can't act like it was him.
We had a person questioning the holes in a Kasubi shirt we're selling. It's the design. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Oh, there's some quality. That was a quality dog shit. I'm glad we had that discussion because it brought some light to a whole new meaning of dog shit. Old lady shit is now. That's quality. There are also reporting tools as seller eBay to report or part refund or other. Not done one yet, but it's been brandished around as well. Sounds like an escalation point. INAD. Yeah, INAD's the reseller's nightmare, right? So I guess, guys, we're sort of at that point of the night where we can talk a little bit about what's coming up during the week. So do a bit of a whip around. We'll probably give Wayno a bit extra time at the back end and give us a little bit of rundown of sort of what he's working on for the channel and what's coming up, and if there's any sort of grander plans or further stuff that he's going to be putting out. So Brad, what's coming up on the channel this week? You got any videos coming our way for our viewing pleasure?
Yeah, I was supposed to have one out today, but just, I've been a bit under the weather, so I just had no motivation to do any editing. I think it was about a week and a half ago I told myself I'm going to get consistent with these videos. I picked 2 days and they're the days I upload. I picked those 2 days and a week later I haven't fucking stuck to it. So, I'm going to go back to my old ways and just upload when I can. But I do have a thrift video there ready to edit. A big hot for all you nostalgia junkies. I think that'll be the next one coming out. There's a big haul on the way. So anyone that loves a bit of 90s nostalgia, you're going to be all up and about for this one. And, hopefully in the next few weeks, we're waiting on restrictions to ease where we don't have to wear masks anymore. And then the big fella under me here, we might be going for a thrift together. So looking forward to that one. We've teed it up. We just thought we'll wait until we don't actually have to wear a mask and we can get out and have a couple of frothies and do a bit of a thrift together. So, because it's funny, I've actually, since Wayno's been on the scene on YouTube, I've actually had 2 people reach out to me and ask him if he's actually my uncle. So I'm going to go for a thrift with Uncle Wayno.
Do you think YouTube's going to allow you 2 rascals together? I don't know if they're going to let that through the old algorithm. It could be a bit of back and forth going on there, I reckon.
We might break it, but we'll see how we go. We'll give it a good crack anyway. I'll take him around and see what we can get. We both look at different shit too, so it will be good. Bit of fun.
Looking forward to that one. That'll be absolutely awesome. Drew, what's coming up for you guys in the next couple of years? I've got a fly flying around my face like a fruitcake, but
Got it for you. There you go.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. You got it. What do you got, Drew?
I don't know. We're going camping for the week, so I don't know what we're going to do video-wise. Don't even know if we'll be able to thrift at all. Coming up in the mountains for a few nights, so film up there. I don't know. Don't really have anything in store, so just subscribe and wait, I guess.
Yeah. What about podcasts? We got any podcasts?
Oh, yeah, we have Chris, Mr. Furlong, up on Tuesday. To talk about his podcast and everything that he does. So that'll be up on Tuesday. Our first sort of guest episode, so that'll be cool. Everyone loves Chris, most humble guy in the community, I would say.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We've been talking back and forth with him a lot last sort of week, sort of pushing each other on a couple of challenges we wanted to work on. So, I'm enjoying talking to him. So I'll keep on listening out for that podcast to drop. Well, what day did you say that's going to drop? Sorry? Tuesday. So make sure you guys head over to the podcast and check that out, and also check out Chris's podcast while you're hanging around those parts. Some great stuff happening over there. Wayne, tell us. Obviously, you dropped that video earlier, but what's coming up in the next sort of week for you?
In the next week, I don't have any plans. I just, like I said before, I just sort of, if Tuesday, if I decide to go up shopping, I might grab the camera and just start filming if I feel like it. So it'll probably be the same sort of thing. And I don't have set days or anything. It's just when it happens. But yeah, like Judda said, I'm hoping to catch up with him at some point when all the restrictions ease off a bit. And I have a few other people I want to catch up with as well. Some are friends, some are other people that I've never actually met in person, but I met online. Like I'm not big in the card community, but I've been in the card community for a couple of years now, and there's quite a few blokes there that I've become really good friends with. I've never actually met. So I'm pretty lucky. I don't have any dependents or anything. I don't have any kids. I don't have a partner or anything, so I can just sort of travel around and do what I want. I have a very old dog who's on his last legs, so once he goes, I'll probably be doing a bit of traveling around and filming with some friends that I'm meeting for the first time. It'll be really fun, I reckon. Yeah,
that's awesome. Sorry to hear about the dog, but
that's all right, what happens. Unfortunately, they can't live as long as us.
Yeah, that's it. I'll just point out Chris has dropped some links in here as well. So dropped Look Mum I'm Hustling podcast and also the Further Your Lifestyle podcast there as well. Jazzy's been dropping Judda's Uncle Wayno in the chat there as well. So just to do some pump ups. But yeah, definitely check that out. For us, we actually went to a new vintage shop that's opened up in Adelaide here. So a lot of tees and jackets and stuff. So we filmed that on Saturday. And Jazz will continue the vlog on through the week and share our week that's been, ups and downs and all the in-betweens. So, hopefully we get another good video out of that. She's absolutely smashing them out. So,
awesome.
Hopefully we get another one. And we'll put that out Friday and continue on rolling from there. So before we go, does anyone have any questions for Uncle Wayno while we're here? If you boys do, or if anyone in the chat has any questions before we head off. We've got 5 minutes to go, which is awesome. We've timed it pretty well. There's Flipper's channel as well, so you guys can head over. 52 in the chat. So Uncle Wayne has brought the crowd with him tonight as well. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And you've got some Irish fans here as well. Leanne's dropped in all the way from Ireland. So
hello.
Thank you very much.
I've got a quick question for you guys.
Go.
Have you ever not sold anything because morally you just don't want to? Because I don't know. I'll explain it better. I found a Freeze MND beanie I found it for $1. It's brand new. I don't know if it's got tags on it, but it's brand new. And I just never listed it because it just felt wrong. That Neil Danaher's family, they package all those up in their shed together and send them out. I feel like I'm taking money away from their charity if I go, because they do sell. There's been heaps of them sold in the last week.
What if you
obviously.
What if you sold it and then donated the profits back to
Donate
the
the money. Yeah,
MD?
that's what I was going to say. That's
I thought about
that's one thing you can do. But at the same time, if it is an older beanie, that money's already been donated to the charity. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're feeling guilty for that sense, yes, donate the money that you make from selling the beanie. Good job. Otherwise, you know, like myself, I buy one every year because I love them, and I think Neil Danaher's done an amazing job. Like, he's suffering badly with MND, and anyone that doesn't know who he is or his journey, go and check it out because I'll buy a beanie absolutely every year. I'll support that 100%. I think it's amazing. But that money's already been sort of spent. That's already gone to the charity. So someone might have got a beanie the last 2 years, but then they thought, hang on, I want to collect these beanies, and they might buy the beanie, and not that they will, but maybe, just maybe, they'll buy the beanie off you on eBay and then donate the money as well. You know, just out of there. You know, you don't know what they're sort of thinking, but I'd list it 100%. And then what you do with the money, that's totally up to you. If you want to put it in your pocket and you need it, that's completely up to you. But that money for that beanie originally has already gone to the charity. It's already served its purpose. So after that, whatever's in your sort of morals, that's entirely up to you. You can donate it to the charity, or you can chuck it in the Uncle Wayno fund.
I thought about donating. I also thought about just maybe saving it and having it for a giveaway down the line somewhere or something as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I didn't want to. I don't know. I just felt weird about listing it. I don't know why. Yeah, because most things I'll just list them anyway. Like, there is a couple of other things. I mentioned it in one of my videos. It's a bit of a downer actually to mention in a video, but a Woody Allen box set. Like, I used to be a massive Woody Allen fan, but he's just a full-blown pedophile. And I just was like, it's worth a lot of money, you know. I could make a lot of money off it, but I'm not sure if I really want to sell it.
Yeah. It's that sort of moral, that like your own moral compass. I think we found, and Agatha Christie's book, and I'm not going to say the name of it because it is pretty bad, that we won't sell anywhere just because we don't want to pass that sort of negativity on, I suppose. It's quite racist, the title. And we got it in a bulk lot that we picked up. So I think that's probably the only thing that we've got that we haven't done. Gollywogs, some people in the chat are saying, that one's awful. Yeah, I struggle to list it. Explanation sounds good to me. Yeah. What about you, Drew? Have you sort of had anything that you've sort of had to double question?
I've got a Trump hat I don't want to list because I'm probably going to get out of a Trump hat. That's pretty much it. I was going to put it on one of the YouTube lives, but someone will screenshot it, and in 10 years I'll be cancelled. So
drag down the altar or something. Nazi stuff is one that is difficult because a lot of it will get pulled. Like, we had a couple history books that had the swastika sticker on it, and they got pulled, even though it's history, because it's kind of like their paraphernalia. Some of that actually gets pulled, which is interesting. I'm not really sure where the line is with that.
I wouldn't have a problem selling Nazi stuff because it is a history thing, and there's just collectors. We're not going to necessarily selling it to a skinhead.
We didn't have a problem listing it. It was just the fact that eBay pulled it in the end. So, and it wasn't like, it was more about the story of it. It wasn't like, propaganda or anything like that. It was just the history of what happened, which I think is an important part of history because you don't want it to repeat, right? Like, you need to learn from the mistakes of the past. So I think if you ban these things, then it's easier for them to rear their ugly head again. So it's interesting.
Actually, I've got a Nazi box set, of Nazi Adolf Hitler DVDs up for sale at the moment.
Yeah, right.
So clearly I don't have a problem listing it. I just remembered.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, where they draw the line, because sometimes it's okay and then other times it gets pulled. It might just be one of those bot things that pulls it off. Lots of folks against selling vintage furs, but I think if it's vintage, keep recycling and using the old ones instead of new. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. So, going to be interesting chat tonight. I do appreciate you spending some time with us, Wayne. It's been great to have you on. Your link is in the description there, so if anyone hasn't happened to stumble across Uncle Wayno's flips yet, head over there, give him a sub, check out the videos, and leave him a comment and a big thumbs up on there as well, because it's great to see new faces in the community and always bringing a bit of fun, which is great. So Thank you for your time, and thanks everyone for coming along and supporting the show. Sorry we haven't been here the last couple of weeks. We'll try and keep it more consistent. But everyone's been a little bit crook. So thanks everyone for coming. Want to thank the boys for their time as well, and thanks Flipper for surviving the night through with half a lung. So thanks boys. Wayne, stick around in the green room if you want. But everyone else, we will see you next Sunday, same place, same time, same ugly faces. See you next week.
See